Goal 0 proudly presents Jarrett Edwards Outdoors.
Oh yeah, what a fish. Ah, come on over, big guy.
All right, thank you.
Look at that.
That's a nice fat
How nice
one there.
is that? This could be one of the biggest fish you've ever caught on the show. Talk about a heart attack and a half.
Jarrett Edwards Outdoors is presented by Built Ford Tough, Goal 0, Mercury, Lowrance, Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, St. Croix, Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas, River to Sea, Tackle Warehouse, and Never Slip Bait Tape.
Hi, I'm Jarrett Edwards. Welcome to the show. Today we're in Northern California, beautiful Clear Lake to be exact. One of our absolute favorite people, Mark Crutcher. Mark, appreciate your time, buddy.
My pleasure, Jarrett.
Now, Mark, we filmed before, and for the folks at home, you know, you're caught by day, and you know, you're busting up on the bass there on the weekends. And what we have out here is, if you won numerous events out here, several $100,000. And we're here in late March, and it feels just about winter. It's freezing out here. We got a little bit of snow on some of the peaks. What can we expect today? I know it's a mid-March time frame, but we're absolutely freezing out here. What's happening on the lake?
Well, the water's 50 to 53 degrees out here. We've got snow on the mountains, and it's really cold. We're really in a cold spell. The lakes came up a lot with all the rain and everything. And, you know, the lake's been on fire lately. It's taken huge weights to win these tournaments out here. So a lot of the fish right now are getting ready to go into the canals. Even some may even be in the canals. We're going to try that today. But we're going to throw some big baits in the morning and hopefully catch some big ones. I want to see if you're up for the challenge, if you want to flip some braid or throw some light line in.
You know, I'm a light line guy. You know, I'm just as comfortable pitching with 20-pound test down the bank as I am with 2-pound, you know. We'll see what we can find today, huh? Mark Crutcher, appreciate your time. Beautiful
right.
Clear Lake, California. Let's go get them.
Got him.
What do you got, buddy?
Just yo-yoing that river to sea. It's working real good.
We're out here in the middle of nowhere, huh?
Yeah.
I went to, man.
In the middle of a canal, and they're staging in here, getting ready to spawn. Look at that. He's a nice one.
Yeah, that is a really nice fish, huh? Bring him on over.
All right.
So he's just sitting out there in the middle. Why do you think they do that, Mark?
I think they're staging, and as the water temperature climbs a little bit more, he'll move into the bank and and go into spawn. He's a nice one.
Yeah, absolutely. Pin him right here in the sun. There we are.
All right, thanks, Jarrett.
Yeah,
Shoot, that's
you bet.
awesome.
Go ahead and get that bait out of the way. Look at that. It's a nice chunky fish, you know.
Yeah.
For the most part, you see a lot of these fish coming in. They're still pretty clean. We're still, what, a couple weeks away from the bed process, huh?
Yeah.
Man, look at that. Right out there in the middle, huh?
Yeah, got a little belly, getting ready to come in and spawn. It's 53 degrees, so probably another 2 weeks.
Man, that's a good time. Well, let's go ahead and put her back in. See you, baby. Here we go, buddy.
All right.
Here he comes. Another guy sunning underneath there.
Yeah, nice fish.
Yeah, let's see what we have. Oh, he's a cutie. What do you think, Mark? Do you think a lot of these fish just come on up the sun? Is that generally what's happening here?
Yeah, the sun's been cloudy the last few days, and the sun's kind of coming out, and they're up there sunning themselves.
There he goes. Now he knows something's keeping him, you know? Well, let's take a look at that dock right there. And what do you know is that special about that? And I learned this a long time ago when fishing Clear Lake and really lakes all across the country is, you see the black floats that are down on that? You know, I think on a spring day such as we have here, that these docks will go ahead and they'll warm up a little bit quicker. And to me, that's a big deal. Let's go ahead and bring him on up here. Again, the black docks, you know, if the water's 50 like it is today, these fish are moving on up a little, you know? What a great opportunity. I know it. He says, I've never seen 4-pound line in a Senko under there.
Great job,
good
man.
Times, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times. I tell you, that fish just barely pinned right in the top part right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just pin that out. And again, a wonderful opportunity. Here we go. Put that bait in. Nice solid 3.5, and away she goes. Black Doc's gonna hold the sun a little bit easier. These fish get up to suspend. Nice soft presentation with the Senko under. Win-win opportunity. Let's go ahead and put her back. What you got, buddy?
Got him, big one.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Man, I'll go ahead and put that down. That's the size of this bait, that's what I love about Clear Lake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coming out here and, I mean, you're just throwing a monster bait. Let's see what we got here, buddy. Come on up here, buddy. Come on up here. Man, look at that. That's what you do, Clear Lake. I mean, look at that, several ounces, huh?
Yeah,
Of just big old hunk of plastic. And I tell you what, guys, being able to come out here and get 4+ pound fish, that's what you're known for, is that big swim bait, huh?
Yeah. Yep. It's a 7-inch bait, and boy, look at the size of fish we catch, and they're even going to get bigger today.
Man, that's awesome. Let's go ahead and put this fish back in. Man, it doesn't take them long to bolt out of there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about this. A big giant bait like this, okay, to a lot of people, depending on where in the country are, a lot of people feel, swim baits are just a clear water opportunity, but not so much anymore. I mean, we have visibility of maybe 6 to 8 inches in here. Do you feel it's that big old paddle that's making these fish come up and attack?
Yeah, it's a 7-inch bait, and that tail's kicking, and they feel the vibration on it, and we've got some chartreuse in this bait, and it's just a big fish attractant that's going to get them.
It's like throwing a kid's shoe, huh?
Yeah.
Heavy line, no finesse about it. You have a nice big old treble hook there in the back, but man, that's awesome. That vibration, that big old tail kicks there in the water, those fish come up and annihilate it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I know you're king of getting some big bags out here. So, well, let's just see what we put together. Maybe they'll bite it. Maybe we have to finesse them. We'll see, huh?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a good day though, that's for sure.
What you got, buddy? Where are you? Oh, the mule. Man, that's awesome. Put that rod down.
All right, he's a good one.
Man, oh man, let me get out of the way here.
All right, he's a good one.
Buddy, I tell you what, I saw that fish just annihilate it right back behind that dock. You skipped that bait right under there. Oh yeah, what a fish. Come on over, big guy.
All right, thank you.
Look at that. Does it get better than that, huh?
My favorite way to catch them right there.
That's so interesting because here I am, playing around and skipping the little Senkos under the dock. And now you take this big old bait that's, a 1/4 pound, legit 3 to 4 ounce bait, and you're skipping it on there like I'm skipping on 4-pound line. And look at the gut on that. Man, I'm just so worked up.
Oh, this is great. He just
What a nice fish, buddy.
Thanks, Jarrett.
Man, Clear Lake, look at that. What a beaut. Right back in there. Let me put her in. Then let's talk about retrieve.
Okay.
Because I know that's what it's all about today, huh? Just the right retrieve. What a fish. Nice. Oh, man. Talk to me about retrieve.
All right, well, this bait right here sinks about 6 inches a second.
Okay.
So, depending on the depth.
And look at that. I don't mean cut you off, but look, that's
That's a 7-inch bait.
That's right.
7-inch Nike shoe right there. So that we're throwing.
Well, everyone makes fun of me for a small foot, but look at that. It's a 7.5, look at that. It's three quarters of my foot. So you're hunking the shoe through there. You're skipping the shoe back in that pocket, which is really neat. But that's when it separates people that just want to chunk and wind from what you're doing today. Tell us a little about that.
Okay, well, one thing that I'm doing, I'm using the right rod, real heavy duty rod.
Sure.
20-pound test fluorocarbon.
Okay.
And basically what we're doing in here today is we're throwing this on the walls, but we're throwing it on the deeper walls.
Gotcha.
That's where our electronics come into play and are very important. But the key to today is slowing the bait down, okay? Some of the walls have 3 feet of water depth, and when it's 3 feet deep, we're reeling it real slow, keeping it about a foot down, and the fish will come up and do it. And some of these other walls are in 6 and 7 feet of water.
Interesting.
So you got to let the bait drop and just reel it real slow, just enough to get that tail kicking, and it's near the bottom, and boy, they'll come up and smoke it.
Now that's interesting. Slow retrieve, keeping it in the middle of the water column, and right, those fish are suspended or sitting on the bottom, they're coming up and nailing it.
Come up and do it. They can't resist it.
That was an exciting bite.
Yep, that
was an exciting bite. Skipping the big baits, crazy.
Absolutely.
You know, getting that bait where many times a lot of people don't see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see the cables, it's intimidating. You're skipping it up under there, the fish just don't see that, man.
Yep. That's the whole thing, because on Clear Lake here, they get so much pressure. Everybody throws swim baits.
Okay.
So what you do is you try and put yourself in an advantage, and a lot of times if you can skip it underneath those ropes and those cables and, and stuff, the average angler is not throwing it in there. And the fish don't see it very often, and just like that fish right there, almost 5 pounds, it just came up and smoked it.
Man, jeez. I'm all pumped up. Let's catch some more. In today's Mercury Minute, we're going to discuss on-the-water performance, and no better place to start on that than the Mercury Fury propeller. Now, the Fury, I tell you, this prop is an absolute beast. It's been on the market for 5 years, and without a doubt is the fastest bass prop on the market. Let's take a closer look at this Mercury Fury and see how it can help increase your on-the-water performance. Although this propeller was designed for the Mercury Pro XS lineup, it will work on literally any outboard out there. And what makes the Fury so unique, I tell you, let's go ahead and start with the material that it's made out of. The Fury is made with Mercury's exclusive X7 alloy. Now this material is amazing. It happens to be 30% stronger than the traditional stainless steels found on today's propellers. When you compare the Mercury Fury prop to the Mercury Tempest prop, another outstanding prop, you're going to notice that the Fury is going to deliver about 1.5 miles faster on top end speed, but most importantly, it's going to help increase your hole shot by at least 15%. You know, whether you have a 14-foot aluminum with a kicker on the back of it, or all the way up to a large pleasure craft, if you're still curious about what could be the right prop for you, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is visit mercurymarine.com and click under their prop selector. Right there is going to tell you the right prop for the job every time out. I'm Jarrett Edwards, and this was your Mercury Minute. You know, Mark, being able to put this where you want it, that's everything, you know? Sometimes you have to be careful because the bait will snag up under there, but for the most part, throwing it in there, let it sink, and watch your line. Because sometimes, you know, they'll bite that on the way down, you'll just see your line pop. Here we go, Mark.
Awesome.
All right. There he is. Where's it?
Nice one.
Oh, man, he's just a little chunk, you know? Look at him, he doesn't even know he's pinned yet.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with this fish? Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Man.
Yep.
Light line. I think that's the easiest bass I ever caught in my life on light line. Take a look at that. That's awesome, you know?
Yeah.
You're bringing that on up, and favorite part of it, when you're able to bring that bait on down and basically do what the Senko mustache. Senko mustache, right?
Yeah, boy, he choked that. Look at that.
Yeah, he really did, you know? That's what's great. I think a lot of these fish sitting right up in there. I'll go ahead and get that hook out. Sitting right up in there. And again, sun and low the cloud cover. Man, what a good one. Yeah, let's go ahead and put her in. You know, today, being able to skip these docks to me is literally all about precise angles and being able to cast in there. And basically being able to put your bait where you want it. We all know, and it's a generic saying, but it's one of the truest sayings in bass angling is, I guess fishing in general. You know, the more precise you can cast, basically the more fish you're gonna be able to get. Look at these guys, they're hanging back here, you know, in these unique little areas, and it takes a lot of effort to be able to take your bait and to skip it up underneath there, have it land precisely, get that around the covers, you know what I mean? That's the big deal. Accurate casting, what are your thoughts?
I think you're putting the bait where just a normal angler out here can't put it, and that's a big advantage, especially on these highly pressured lakes such as Clear Lake.
You bet. Getting it right up under there. They're under there to warm up anyway.
Yeah,
man,
absolutely.
that fish, it hardly even knew it was hooked. It's cold.
We're getting them on big swim baits and then also light line.
Yeah, you want to talk about one extreme. 4-pound test to 20?
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
As good as it gets.
No doubt.
Dude, come on.
What do you got, buddy? Right there in the wall, huh?
All right.
Man. Looks like that thing just came right up and annihilated, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Man, you talk about a healthy fish, huh? Look at that. Man,
all right.
They're just not long here, but they're stacked, huh? Come on over, buddy. Swim baits, muddy water. Oh, another carbon copy, huh?
Nice fish, though, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that. And again, on how a lot of these fish are pinned, I mean, they're coming right on up in there. Talk about sticking them good, you know what I mean? Coming right up, you know? Now, tell me about what you're doing. I notice there's a technique you're throwing into the wall. I'm gonna go ahead and put this fish in, and then, because I know just not anywhere in the stained water is working. That's a big trick. Let's go ahead and put him in. All right, buddy, so stained water, and, you know, again, swim bait's usually a visual thing, right? What are you doing different? How are you triggering these fish to bite? Because as you said, they're not just anywhere in these canals right now.
Well, there's kind of a trick to it that we're doing.
Okay.
Because we can only see about 6 inches into the water. A lot of times in these canals you can throw out in the middle and they'll bite it, but they have to be able to see it.
Gotcha.
So with 6 inches visibility, you know, what we're doing is we're paralleling these walls here. And one of the biggest tricks that I can, or tips that I can, you know, tell the viewers out there is if you'll parallel the walls or, you know, an ambush point, the fish actually think that they have the bait trapped up against that wall.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so instead of following it, what they'll do is they'll hit it. So, for example, if I was to throw up against this wall and pull it out, the fish are going to follow it. They're not going to hit it.
Interesting.
And since we're paralleling it, the fish think that they have that bait trapped, and a lot of times it will trigger them into biting.
That's something I'd never think about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But and obviously, when you have stained water and it's springtime, there's no doubt that so many fish love to move shallow, right? And shallow water fish, more times than not, are aggressive. So with that being the case, one thing that I really enjoy doing is, again, the stained water is going to warm up quicker. It's going to push those more aggressive fish up shallow. So it's a win-win combo. Big bait, putting off big displacement. And man, that's pretty cool, though, being able to throw right up there and get them like that. Oh. It looks like they hammer it.
Just smoking it, man.
Man, that's awesome.
We'll go get some more.
Deal.
This segment brought to you by Tackle Warehouse, guaranteed lowest prices.
Today sure was a lot of fun fishing with Mark Crutcher here in Clear Lake. I have to tell you, though, that we didn't get a lot more bites other than what you saw here on the film. It was really a tough day altogether, but Mark, no doubt, is a trooper. He knows where some of the big ones lay, and we went out and had a good time. We went ahead and fished 4-pound fluoro, and we matched that with a 7-foot St. Croix. And the beauty of this happens to be this is the medium light in the Legend Extreme series. So this is made to be able to handle 4 to 10-pound line. Again, I said medium light, so the last 18 inches of the rod, very parabolic to be able to skip, and it really loads up really nice on finesse type baits. Now on the business end of things, you're going to notice that we went and fished today on a 4-inch Senko in the baby bass color. We matched that with a size 2 Mustad drop shot hook, and man, this bait was absolutely a lot of fun skipping under a lot of the docks to be able to get some bites. Now there's an important piece, and it might be hard to see. If you look right here, this happens to be a clear piece of a new tape called Never Slip bait tape. And this is pretty unique product. What this is unlike most tape on the market that actually has an adhesive backing on it, this does not. But the benefit is, in today's case, we went ahead, obviously, and did the wacky rig. Well, traditionally on Senko style baits, you're gonna be able to average 1 fish per bait. That's all changed with this technology here. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and take this size 2 hook, and we're gonna slip it directly under the tape and pull up. creating a nice, wacky opportunity. It's also saving you a lot of time on the water, and most importantly, it's gonna save you finances because you're not going through near the amount of baits as you did before. As always, all the products demonstrated in today's show can be found at tacklewarehouse.com. Tackle Warehouse has the guaranteed lowest prices and my personal favorite, free ground shipping on items over $50.
All right.
Oh, buddy, that's a good one.
Nice.
Well, again, now, I know you think I'm crazy, Mark, but how many times do you feel, or shall I say, do you hear, and this one hasn't even come up yet. He doesn't even know he's pinned, huh? Look at the size of, look at the size of that Clear Lake bass. This is what's awesome. And you know, there's no better way to end than this fish right here, you know? 4-pound test, Clear Lake, and enjoying it, you know?
Look at that.
It's a typical early April afternoon. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy in, but
Boy, you want a hand with that one?
you betcha.
What a mule.
I tell you, it's been such a good time, buddy. Hey,
Man.
that's what it's about. And you know, for everyone at home, you know, again, the beauty and benefit of light line angling, the opportunity of what we have here, beautiful Clear Lake. These fish moving up sun under the docks, they see big baits, great opportunity to be able to skip something small up underneath, and voila. Buddy,
It's a beautiful fish.
we
Congratulations.
appreciate you. We're gonna go ahead and put it back. Guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you right here next week. Jarrett Edwards Outdoors. Awesome.
Jarrett Edwards Outdoors is presented by Built Ford Tough, Goal Zero, Mercury, Lowrance, Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, St. Croix, Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas, River to Sea, Tackle Warehouse, and Never Slip Bait Tape.